Hello, and welcome to episode 7 of Space Engineers Let's Play. I'm Andy K. Between last episode and this episode, our nanites have been hard at work, but we did run out of iron. And in the process of trying to get the mining ship out of dock, I had some issues. There's some bugs with the batteries, and hopefully the update this week will fix those. But since the update's not here yet, I had to try to put up with them as best I can. But the problem is that when I reloaded the game, I came in, and between checking on the mining ship, I was actually in the process of uh, attempting to put a nuclear reactor on the vessel, and but anyways, between doing that, I was out adding parts to it, checking what I needed, and I came back in the building to get stuff. And when I went back out, the miner had tipped over in such a way that I was unable to put it back right. So I took the rover out to the iron mine and collected up some iron ore, brought it back, got it processed, and then I took apart the miner. So today's task is building a new miner. And I've got lots of parts and pieces, all the parts and pieces from the old miner in this cargo container, and I've already set a landing gear here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and build my standard design, which is drills in a 9x9 pattern. I'm not really sure how tall they are, but I think this might be good enough. I just don't remember. Anyways, this is just temporary structure and it will go away. Some of it. Some of it may be incorporated in the central core of the ship. The nice thing about doing a 9x9 design is it gives me more of a platform above it to work with in order to put the ship's components. More atmospherics to give better balance. Maybe a hopped up gyroscope or more of them, because one gyroscope on the old one was fine when it was empty, but not so fine when it was full. So I think I'm going to want those. Oh yeah. Let's see. Okay. We can get that close. Right there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks in from that outside edge. So I'm going to go here. Conveyor blocks. That's the medium. Here's the small conveyor tubes. Shoot. Okay. Oh. Every time I hit the control button, it stops my recording. That's not cool. Anyways, if you push control plus one of the numbers, 1 through 9, you get extra toolbars. So I can do this business right here, and I've got all kinds of space. Then, okay. Yeah, that's excellent. Okay, so that will be, I think this will be the center line of those. And if memory serves me, okay, Okay. Now then, we've got that, and okay. And then, I believe, we have to go right there. Yep. And then we'll need to go out further. In fact, it's actually pretty easy to figure that out. There are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 4, 5. And then we do 6, 7, and 8. And on that last block, I will put this conveyor conjunction and that baby. Beautiful. Okay. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And finally, and of course, eventually, I'll get all these connected up with the conveyor tubes, etc. And we'll go from there. This is a pretty good start on it. I'm going to have to recheck my controls on the recording stuff because it's supposed to be the same button push to stop recording as it is to start recording, which means the way I have it set up is I should have to push control and the semicolon, not just control. I don't know why it's not working like that, but anyways. So we can work around it for now. I'll just have to remember that when I'm recording, for right now, I can't push the control buttons. So in the meantime, instead of using the okay. Alright. Now I could use the nanites to finish this out, but I'm kind of afraid of doing that because I mean I know that it would probably do this first because of the way the nanites seem to be programmed. Uh-oh, we're out of interior plates. And I think that's all of them that I had in here. Yep. Okay. Well, I believe I've got more interior plates in here. And so, yes, right here. Got 195 of them. So, I mean, I probably will need to build more. I'll have to make more components and all to finish this off because clearly I'll not have all the components I need from the old one. Since the old one just had 4 drills, and this one's going to have 9, so it's actually more than double the amount of resources, components, etc. Just in the drills. But because these are the small ship versions, they don't require not nearly as much um, resources as the large ship versions. So yeah, I'm already out of steel plates. I'm not out of steel plates, not by a long shot. See, I've got 1,200 of them in here. But I will go ahead and get as many steel plates put in place on these guys as I can. And then they take construction components, small steel tubes and large steel tubes, motors, and computers. Large steel tubes probably, I mean, that's pretty significant. It's 20 each. So I may have to make more of those because I don't, I mean, I'd have the number that I had from the 4 on the original ship. But like I said, I should have enough small steel tubes left over from the old ship plus extras in the base storage. So I had made up some extras of those. And I know this is a little bit of a grindy process, but stick with me. I think you'll like the finished product. Because we're going with a larger ship, instead of having a cockpit attached to a vent or an oxygen generator or anything, oxygen tank or anything like that, then what I'm going to do is probably just use one of those open cockpit chairs, kind of like what I've got on the Rover. And that will make it possible. Okay, so I'm definitely going to need more steel plates. Definitely going to need more steel plates. So I don't have any more of these in storage on the base, which is one of the reasons why I went and got more iron ore, because I knew I'd need it to build this vessel. Okay, I'm going to put those away. That's the... They do take quite a lot of these resources, which is just a little bit disturbing, but I think once everything's finished, we should be in good shape. I know I've got all the oh good. I have a few left over. La, la, la. What was I thinking? I know I have all the reactor components that I need to build the large reactor because I had been working on it already. And I had most of them, and then with the okay, that's as far as I get with the tubes. Motors and computers. I had already been working on those. So I think, because they only take, okay, there's one finished. Sweet. There's 2 finished. Here's the 3rd one. There's the 4th one. Alright. So, pretty good start on this baby. Now, on the top side, actually, I'm going to go ahead and get some, I'm going to go ahead and get more tubes in here, I think. Yes, I don't have a lot of small steel tubes. I do have more large steel tubes, and I think I didn't quite use all of them up. Okay, we're cooking with gas now. Okay, that's all the large steel tubes I need. And so I do need to queue up some more small steel tubes to be built. And definitely need more steel plates, but I'm not going to go real crazy about it because I do have a limited supply, and I'd like to be able to get as much of this. I'd like to be able to get this built with what I've got, and that way I can go out and gather more resources. Probably the first thing I want to go and get is uranium for the reactor on the ship. So the power system for this ship will be a combination. It'll be like a hybrid drive. I'll have some batteries, and then I'll have a reactor to keep those batteries charged. The thrust will be for large atmospherics. I don't think I'll use the tier 4s again because they just kind of overkill. They're a little bit OP. So I could use like a tier 3 and then maybe some tier 2 smaller thrusters for the directional thrust. I think that'll be good. There's that, and then we're almost finished with the 500 iron steel plates. There we go. And this should give us more than enough, hopefully, to finish off all these drills. I will need, maybe it won't either. No, it probably won't be enough. I'll need some more small steel tubes. Definitely no more small steel tubes. I apologize for my phone going off. I usually turn the volume down on it before recording, and today I forgot. So, I do apologize for that. Okay, yeah, I got all the steel plates I need for these, but I do need more small steel tubes. That's okay. We do have everything we need there to finish those off. And I've got some extra steel plates to get started on the top. I do kind of like to get all this base stuff finished, built before I start going up, because sometimes those itty bitty teeny tiny conveyor doohickeys are a little tricky to get to once stuff is built above them. So, queue up another 100 small steel tubes, and I'm going to exchange my hydrogen bottle for a fresh one. That's good for us. Now these small conveyor tubes are a lot like the large ones. in that they do take much of the same components. So I believe that is small steel tubes, construction, interior plates, maybe some motors. We'll see. The big difference is that it's only one of each. So it doesn't require just an enormous amount of resources, components like those big ones do. Holy crap, you can run through a lot of components real quick with a conveyor system that's, uh-oh. Now see, that's a problem. Okay. That's the way. Now I can just put that back in there. Okay. I'm out of construction components, but I can get everything else laid in here. And I've just about got the conveyor system finished then. Almost finished. The one that connects the drills anyways. Go ahead and drop those off here. And then I'm going to go see. I don't know if I have more construction components or not. Oh, yes, I do. Beautiful. Okay. I'm going to grab those. I want to go ahead and grab those. I'm going to grab those. I don't think I'll need any of this. Ooh, I've got detector components. Now I may want a radio communication component. I don't know. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when the time comes. So anyways, as you can see, this base is pretty stable. When it's sitting on the ground, it just, unlike the other one, it was fine, and it did work very well, actually. I really don't have any complaints about the functionality. The only complaint I had is that it was top heavy, and because there wasn't a terribly large base, it was prone to tipping. Um, and what I do with this design is I'll have a large atmospheric shooting down between each of these corners, so that really makes things extremely stable. Then the conveyor system I'll have going to a connector that sticks out to one side, and I do kind of like it to do to the side rather than to the rear because it's a little easier to get docked up when you're flying. I'm not really sure how long I've been recording now. Let's see. Alright, I am going to want one of these. Open cockpit, no oxygen. Gonna need some interior plates. I think. Oh, let's see. Shall we make this the front? Yeah, what the heck? Why not? Okay. Now, typically, with these vessels, I do put some cargo containers in them, but that's not really necessary, and it could be a real time saver to. Okay, so I've got all the metal, everything that I've placed so far. I've got welded up, finished off. I think now I know. I'm gonna check this out right quick. Atmos, yeah. These are the T3s. They require steel plates, construct component, large steel tube, metal grid, superconductor conduits, and lots of motors. 40 superconductor conduits. But I think, as you can see, I'll need to, and that's okay. That's actually kind of, I think, convenient. Because I don't say that flippantly. I think it's convenient because it will give us a place, kind of a pod type thing, if you will, to put our directional thrusts on, which can be very handy. Okay, let's see how this works. Nope. There we go. Yeah, that's good. I like that. That looks pretty good. Okay, now I just need 80 million components. I know I got more than enough motors already for everything. The only thing I won't have enough of is the superconductor conduits. I do have a few extra in the base storage, but not nearly enough. That's the nice thing here. It doesn't take very much steel plate. But here we've got this, and I want to check out gyros. Let's see here. This is, ooh, yowzer. But how is this on size? Oh. Is it only a large ship block? I think it might be. How disappointing. The encased gyroscope. See, this guy, it's way OP. Well, tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put several of these right here in the center. And that should, I think 5 of them will be plenty for what we need. And I've still got the ability here then to put my reactor right on top. Oh, nice. Okay, folks. So I think, if you ask me, we've gotten a lot accomplished today. And between now and the next episode, I'll go ahead and finish out that mining ship, and I'll be able to give you a demonstration of its use in the next episode. So look forward to seeing the mining extraordinaire. I know, super exciting. Woo. Alright, have a great day and thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and tell your friends. Appreciate it.